I'm sure we've all seen that viral video going around now with Amara, Negra, and Flo. But just in case you haven't,
you should really stop telling black women to stop loving themselves. You stop loving yourself. Selling bleaching cream. Slap the out of you, bitch. You ugly as no wonder why your baby daddy call you a black ass bitch. You said what? You.
This is a lie, you guys. This is a lie.
How the do you come to an event with a whole bunch of black, beautiful women to promote women positivity, but you're out here on social media telling bitches to bleach their skin and look yellow and funky like you do, bitch? You don't know anything about skincare? No, I know about being melanated and black and beautiful, bitch. You mad because I'm light-skinned. This bitch is mad. Why would I be mad because you're light-skinned? Bitches wish that they look like me.
That's how black bitches hate on light-skinned girls?
Woo! Say that one more time. Say that out loud.
wow. Can you believe this was filmed in, well, I don't know if it was filmed as last year or this year, but it's filmed in modern times, like less than it's within the last 5 years. Can you imagine, let me take this off. Can you imagine calling Amara Negra ugly? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine now your photos being placed beside Amara Negra and the beauty being compared for no reason? You didn't have to do that. You put yourself in a position for people to now roast you. Wow. Why are we keeping this narrative alive that black girls are somehow inferior? Like not black girls, the dark skins like me. Like we're inferior to light skinned women. Why are we continuously having to have this conversation? If somebody called Amara Negra ugly, and I know I'm gorgeous, and she is she is far more beautiful than I am, are you dumb? Imagine saying that the dark-skinned girls are hating on the light-skinned girls when you are a light-skinned girl because you bleached your skin. Wow. I'm just cheesing this whole video because like people, the media wants to push this narrative of the dark-skinned girl being the underdog and being the victim and being, well, let me not say the victim as if to say that we can never be victims, but like they're trying to push this narrative of us being inferior so bad, and they want us to believe that people in the back of their minds will always think that we're the ugly one. Oh my gosh. Dear dark-skinned girls, let me dim this light a little bit because I want to be a little bit darker today. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. Dark-skinned girls, don't fall for the okie doke. Okay? Why is it that when you're coming for a dark-skinned girl, the main thing that you're coming for is the color of our skin? That's not even a valid argument anymore because listen, we've proven time and time again that the claims are false. The claims are false. On a serious note, I just wish that we would kill this conversation of the dark skin versus the light skin girl. I know that there is also a light skin versus dark skin male conversation, and I wish that would die too. But I wish so much that we could just kill this conversation. I wish that after 2025, after this moment, we would never have to have this conversation again. There is nothing to gain from having this conversation. There's nothing to gain from it. Just to state the obvious one more time, because apparently we still have to be having these conversations. We all know that beauty is not a skin color. And I'm not going to be hypocritical and act like I'm not somebody who like looks at looks. But I don't want to like have this be the thing on my YouTube channel. But let's be so for real. I've seen an equal amount of not aesthetically pleasing light-skinned women as I have seen dark-skinned women. Ugly is not a skin color. And I know a lot of us like to say that ugly is something inside you and ugly is the way you act, and that is true. That is true. But when we're talking about physical features, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Somebody can be very beautiful on the outside and ugly on the inside. But what I'm talking about today is the outside ugly. And ugly on the outside is very much deeper than skin tone. And we all know this. Ugly is not a skin color, it's not a race, it's not a nationality, it's none of that. Although the thing is that as I got older, people who I thought were ugly before actually became so beautiful to me. I don't know if it's the maturity, but that's a whole different conversation. Like I was saying before though, constantly doing scenes like this and having things like this on media, it's almost like we want black girls to always feel like no matter how beautiful you think of yourself, in the back of everyone's mind, you will always be the uglier one. They want us to do that for a reason. I am so confident now in the way I look, but I'm telling you, it took me so long to get here. As someone who fell for the okie doke for the first, I think probably the first 22 years of her life, I can tell you that it took so long to get here. Seeing things like this not being represented in the media as a dark skinned girl, the way I would want to be portrayed and stuff like that, definitely influenced the way that I thought about myself back then. When you think that you always have to defend yourself, or it's likely that you'll be in a position to have to defend yourself, you will always be in defense mode. I have always maintained a stern demeanor or a stern outwardly presentation because of things like this. I don't want to be catcalled, and not for the same reason that other people might. I remember back when I thought that people used to catcall me as a joke. Like every time somebody ever said anything nice to me, I thought they were teasing me. I thought so lowly of myself. So I'm here today making this video, and I know that there are so many of these videos out there, so many of these kinds of videos out there telling us that we are beautiful. I need you to believe it. I'm not just chatting. I need you to actually believe what I'm saying now. Don't ever let anything diminish the image you have of yourself. And it's so crazy too because can we just look at the skin? I'm not moisturized today. Like, I barely have on lotion. Imagine looking at this and seeing it's ugly. Like, the skin, the actual skin itself is ugly. Like, and we allow people to get us to believe that. Like, look, I've been choosing this whole video because I honestly think a part of me likes when things like this happen, so I can have another opportunity to tell another dark skinned girl that she is the shit, that she is the bomb.com. Are you kidding? Please remember and never forget. You see on my daughter? Oh gosh, man, when me done bill her up, nobody can drop her down a ground. You mad? I feel bad for a lot of these light skinned girls who have been taught this line of thinking. This is something that is taught to people. It's not something you're born with, thinking that you're superior to somebody simply because of the color of your skin. And I feel so sorry for a lot of these light skinned girls because they're still fighting for and finding value in their proximity to whiteness. Slavery has done a number on the black community. Sometimes I wish I could have like go back to myself at 12, 13, between 12 and 16 years old, and just hug her and just say, girl, this is what you're going to look like in a few years. This girl, I wish I could say to her, like, and I look the same. I look the same. All I'm saying is, girls, don't let anybody dim your light. Don't let anybody make you feel inferior because you're not. You're beautiful. You are beautiful. You know, I made this channel because one of the things I wanted to do is I want to tell I want to say things on this channel that I wish I could say to my younger self, or I can say, or things I still say to my little sisters. And this is one of them. This is one of them. I guess that's why it gives me just a little bit of joy when things like this come up. Just a little bit. It's selfish because a part of me still the bigger part of me wishes that this was not even a conversation to begin with, but a little part of me is happy because I really love the opportunity to tell you that you are great, you are beautiful, you are beautiful. And when you allow people's words to affect the way you see yourself, it affects the way you present, and that affects the way people see you. So it's like a ripple effect. It's so sad that so many black women actually believe the things that people like Flo, Erica Mena, other people who have said things along the same lines. There are so many black women who believe that. So many of us mask the feelings that we have with designer items, with even makeup, and we think we feel good about ourselves, but we don't. I wish that we all could find that thing inside. Like I said, it took me a long time to find it. It took me a long time to not be insecure. It took me a long time to realize that who I am is gorgeous. And I also noticed that people treat you differently when you realize that about yourself and you stand on it and you act on it. When will these TV shows stop airing things like this and allowing things like this to come out? They know that black women outrage sells. They want videos like this to happen. They want to be like the topic of conversation. These shows do practically nothing for the black community. Yes, they pay black entertainers, but what are they paying them to do? Because I think that this storyline has been done so many times on this show. Even with the introduction of Amara Negra, there should be so much more to her than just the La Negra part of her name. And I think that they have been pushing certain conversations as it relates to her. This is not the first time I've seen her having to defend herself, having to defend her blackness in the Latin community, her blackness overall. And I just hate to see it. There are other things that we can focus on. Yeah, that's what I really wanted to say. This is really just a long-winded reminder that black girl, you are gorgeous. Yeah, and don't make nobody tell you otherwise. Yeah? Okay, bye.